Hey, what's up? My name is Jesse Dow, and I am a top 100 influencer agent here at eXp Realty. I am also a 5-time Icon agent, and I've closed over 837 transactions here at eXp Realty. Now, I've earned over $1.1 million in incremental revenue share, which is cash in the bank, and I've also earned over $200,000 in eXp stock through the Culture Program. Now, this channel is dedicated to provide elite numbers with real data and behind the scenes access into all updates regarding eXp Realty. So if you're a serious agent like I know you are, this channel is dedicated specifically for you. So you might want to consider subscribing, and I'm going to provide up-to-date information so you can make the most informed decisions for you in your business. Now, this video specifically is going to be geared towards eXp agents. I'm going to talk about co-sponsorship. However, if you're not at eXp and you're interested, this is going to be good information for you. So you might want to just follow along. So last week I reached out to over 100 agents to talk to them and see if they've heard about eXp's co-sponsorship. And 90% of them said no. It didn't surprise me because last year eXp paid out over $171 million in revenue share, and it only actually went to 10% of the agents. And that's because only 10% of the agents focus on agent attraction. I added it into a layer of my business because I wanted to earn multiple revenue streams, and revenue share played perfectly into eXp now in part of my business. So what that means is at eXp, when they receive company dollar, which is an agent paying into the cap, eXp retains 50% of that dollar, and it gives 50% back to the agents in the form of revenue share, which is absolutely life-changing. The one thing I've noticed is I've never heard any other agent at any other brokerage say, my brokerage changed my life. I hear that every day here at eXp Realty. Nothing against those other brokerages. It's just those other brokerages out there are in a, I call them trap models. And yes, every brokerage that you see come into existence now in the year 2025 and forward has cloud elements, and they also have revenue share elements. However, what they all say is we're going to be like the next eXp, but better. But what they should do is they should erase that last part of the statement and say, we're going to be just like eXp Realty, but we are going to be cheaper. And the reason why, and what I mean by that, is it's cheaper to work there. They also provide a lot less support and a lot less resources because that's their only true value proposition. So if they make it cheaper to work there, guess what that means? Less revenue share to pay out because we're paying out 50% of the company dollar. So if eXp is the most profitable brokerage on the planet, we're also the number one in units. So total houses sold. We are the number one in agent count, and we are the second largest brokerage for average sale per agent. So we are a highly profitable brokerage. We are the most productive brokerage, and we are the most productive per agent count on the planet, hands down. Those are the numbers. Numbers don't lie, people do. Agents want to spin it up however they want. When you look at revenue share also per agent, eXp is the number one. When you look at the total revenue share paid out, eXp is the number one. All these other agents are like, we pay more. No, you don't pay more. The vision that you portray is that you pay more, but when you look at the actual numbers, it's less. And that's what I am. I'm a data nerd. I freaking love data, and I love numbers because numbers don't lie. People do all the time. So if you're looking to co-sponsor, what that means, and I like to think about co-sponsorship as like the new collegiate portal. So what is the collegiate portal? In college sports, they used to have to go and recruit out of high schools and then give high school kids scholarships to come play sports there. What happens now is players go to a college, they play sports, and say they don't like the program or they want to transfer out because they didn't get a scholarship. So they go into a portal, and every other college can see all of the information and stats about that agent. And now they can draw them into their program and even offer kids in the portal scholarships. So a lot of high school athletes are not getting scholarships anymore. They're going to sports athletes in the portal. That's exactly how I feel about recruiting now and agent attraction here at eXp Realty, is it really opened up a portal. So for me, let's just say you're an eXp agent and you're looking to get into agent attraction, but you felt like you're aligned more with me and Jackson at the Channel Junkies. Your business is all YouTube, and you love like what we offer. You know, not only are we dominant on YouTube, but we're dominant on everything else real estate related. We are Jackson doesn't sell real estate, but I am a top 1% agent nationwide. Also in our markets, we dominate, et cetera, et cetera. So say you're like, I want to align with you guys. So that's very simple. You reach out to me. My number's down in the description, my email, my calendar link, everything. You book, you get me. That's it. I'm not one of those agents that you book the call and it's rediverted to another agent. I know every other influencer agent on social media. I shouldn't say everyone, but most of them, you book a call with them, you do not ever get them. On the calls, it's not them. And then agents reach out. They're like, I got hoodwinked. I signed up with the wrong organization. I thought I was signing up with someone in your organization because that's the way they made it seem. Totally get it. This actually is beneficial to the agent because now you don't have to leave eXp to partner up with us. What does that mean? Especially if you're interested in agent attraction. So if you and I co-sponsor an agent together, and remember the co-sponsor has to be someone outside of your organization, and it's either you're the primary sponsor or I'm the primary sponsor, and we sponsor an agent together, then I give the agent, direct access into all of our trainings, our curriculum, our programs, our weekly group coaching, all the things. And then so you get that as the co-sponsor and anyone that we bring into our organization together. So that's a game changer. A lot of organizations, they want to be the primary sponsor, which yes, there is benefits to being the primary, and there's also benefits to being the co-sponsor. And we can look at the co-sponsor toolkit together, but they're different things. And I don't want to get into all the benefits and features, but the way our competition has set up co-sponsorship, just so you know, because agents are very confused about this, is they're like, oh, they must split the revenue share. We do not split the revenue share here. What our competitors do is they take the revenue share. So remember, 50% is paid back to the agents. So let's just say an agent pays into their cap and it's $1,000. So $1,000 goes to eXp. eXp takes $500 and they put that into the eXp bank. Then they take $500 and that goes to the eXp agent's revenue share bank. So what some brokerages do is they take out of that $1,000 is they take 90%. So they take 10% right off the top. So in this situation, say $1,000, eXp takes 500, and that 500 is there. So what our competitors do is they would take 10% of that 500 off the top. So they would take an additional $50. Now it's $450. $450 is split between those two sponsors, the co-sponsor and the primary. So $450 divided by 2, what is that? $450, $225. So now $225 is being split through both organizations. That is not what we do here. We keep our 500 intact up top. And then there's the primary agent and there's the co-sponsor. So they're essentially stacked on top of what primary co, and then the sponsee comes down here, and that's how that revenue share flows. Except for the primary agent does not earn revenue share off the co-sponsor. So it's kind of like dead space. So that's the only way that it's structured, and it keeps all of the revenue share intact. It's actually game changing. And like I said, there's different benefits from being the primary or the co-sponsor. So let's book a call. If you're at eXp, let's chat how we can team up together and make this happen. And if you're an agent that's watching this outside of eXp, it is the biggest opportunity in your life to have so much value from two different organizations. Now you get to like 10x your access into groups. You don't have to pick one or the other. A lot of brokerages also position it as like, we don't have groups, we don't have silos because we teach everyone together. That is complete BS. They are using those groups as lead magnets to get you into their coaching and training, and they are not teaching the exact same things that they're teaching everyone else. Because I know I teach in eXp world, it's a lot different than what I'm giving my agents that I directly work with. And here's the thing, I think the fact, and I see the other channels and they're all saying eXp is siloed, blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing. We are a meritocracy over here. We are a merit-based real estate company. This is why we're the most profitable. If you look at the average sale per agent, it's 6.9 homes per year. If you look at all of our competitors, they're all under 3 homes per year. What we do works at the highest level. Our trainings, our systems, our programs. So if you're a producing agent, we have specific trainings for you. If you're a team, we have specific trainings for you. Brokerage owner, specific trainings for you. And then you're just using eXp as the bolt-on. So yes, we do have siloed trainings. They're direct educational programs directly for your type of business. The agent that is a team owner doing 200 million in sales is a lot different than the solo agent doing $2 million in sales. So if every single one of those agents are watching that exact same training, you're going to get a very vanilla result. That is the way it is. So that's like me and my YouTube for real estate agents coaching. Depending on where you are in your journey is going to require different trainings. So we have it segmented out based on your skill set. That's the way it should be. And we know that it's a proven successful result. So if you're at eXp and you want to talk about co-sponsorship, please book a call with me, shoot me a text. Let's have a conversation. I've already co-sponsored with multiple other agents and I'm leading the charge on this. I feel like I'm I'm just going to give myself some kudos. I've reached out to tons of real estate agents at eXp. I think it's a massive opportunity because I've talked to agents who wanted to do some agent attraction, but they felt like they didn't have support or something to offer. Now, whether it's with me or someone else at eXp, the opportunity is alive. And this is like really what is going to help eXp go from, where they are to doubling their business in a couple short years. And I think this is a massive run up like we saw happen through COVID. This is exactly where we are. And we're just on the precipice of that turning. So if you're an agent out there, co-sponsorship, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. And if you're an agent that's watching this and you're thinking about coming to eXp and you have questions, you can reach out to me. And also remember that I'm doing videos like this twice a week. So make sure you subscribe and follow along for all the latest and greatest updates, because there is tons of videos online. eXp is updating every day. We are in extreme growth mode. So a lot of that information out there is old and outdated. The information here is live and up to date. So until next time, we'll catch you later.